start. Yeah, here we are.
Hey,
we're back.
Hey,
Hey, boys, we're back.
hey, we didn't fuck up the first intro. Hey.
Yeah.
I liked the salute though.
Yeah,
Patriotic Friday.
it is. It is.
How we doing, boys?
Doing fantastic. How are you, Jacobs?
Now that I got a little burrito in me for some lunch, I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Need a little.
Burns got him an anaconda.
Yeah,
Got that anaconda in
Needed
me.
a little pick me up today. Coxie, feeling good, doing good.
Feeling good.
All
Looking
right.
good. All you guys.
Smelling good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No BO.
Where-
Too early for that, huh?
Where can everybody find?
At watch your _ lips on most platforms. At watch your lips on TikTok.
Can we just be honest with the folks of what just happened? It's kind of funny.
What, that we didn't record?
Yeah, we
hit
did an
record?
intro and didn't hit record.
It was
But
a great
was
one.
better.
This was
was
better.
better. We're gonna.
This
Yeah,
is good.
it's how professional we are at this. Very unscripted. We were ready to go. That's how locked in we were.
Yep.
Typically, we're ready.
Yeah, to lighten the mood. So this is what we start here. Let's have a little laugh to get the day going.
Okay.
German announcers. This is the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. You ready? German football.
Ready.
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 Goal. Gute 6 Yards. Oh, und die fummeln den Ball und Lamar Jackson.
Nein!
Das ist unglaublich.
Du machst mich fertig!
Und kriegt er den noch irgendwo hin? Der serviert den nächsten Touchdown. Was ist das
wir denn
für
hier?
eine Show? Isaiah Likely.
Sag mal, das ist,
Ein
würden
sehr
wir jetzt hier auf der
Likely.
PlayStation Madden, würde ich sagen, das ist doch Bullshit, das geht doch gar nicht!
Bullshit?
He did.
Swear?
He said bullshit.
Den Snap. Rennt 30 Yards.
Pass auf, gibt einem großen Defensive Lineman noch den Stiffarm des Todes. Guck mal, jetzt muss er erstmal aufstehen
Kann
und
ich
jetzt guck
mal.
mal, geh mal weg, geh mal weg.
Sam
Guck dir das
Hubbard.
mal an.
Ey, das ist...
Ich meine, Hubbard ist kein kleiner Mann und er kriegt zweimal den Stiffi des Todes.
Stiffy in the
I heard a lot of slurs in here.
Yeah.
Lot of slurs in
Did
here.
you say stiffing the tortoise?
That's what it sounded like.
Let's
I
go
thought he-
back.
They sound-
Kleiner Mann und er kriegt zweimal den Stiffi.
And he gets twice the stiff of death. The stiffy of death.
Stiffy of tortoise.
So I think that's what that means.
Yeah, I think
it's a
say
stiff
it
arm
again.
of death.
I think it's Stiffy the tortoise.
Let's get another.
Geh mal weg.
Sam
Guck dir das
Hubbard.
mal an.
Ey, das ist...
Ich meine, Hubbard ist kein kleiner Mann und er kriegt zweimal den Stiffi des Todes.
Yeah.
Unfassbar.
Stiffy
Und so
the tortoise.
kannst du auch deine
That should be our
Passverteidiger nicht
That's the name.
zudenken.
I mean,
No, that's
let's
name
be
of it.
honest. We know what we're watching. I'd prefer that.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, it's like Hans and Franz.
Like I don't
Buns and
I would
ties.
prefer this.
Yeah. Over Collinsworth?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is way more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you could laugh and watch football
Oh,
at the
yeah.
same time. Everything could be
you could
serious
stiff the
and
tortoise.
funny.
You have no clue what's being said.
Stiffy the tortoise. Watch your lips, 76?
Oh, bro, I have no idea. No clue.
Ish.
Do you guys want to acknowledge Tua, or are we not going to do
Before we go, do you want to start
Let's see,
going to
six.
World Series talk? World Series starts tonight. This is Friday, game 1. Because I think
that? I can't
know
watch
I
it.
know you're
so
a Giants
I'm mad,
fan.
Jake.
But having said that, I think you would pay respects to
The Yankees.
Fernando
Yeah, of course.
Valenzuela, who passed away.
He's
Yeah,
young,
I mean,
too.
don't
I'm
make me
just
look like an
saying.
asshole. Jake. I care about human
won't.
beings. I just don't care about Dodgers.
Well, this
Or
one,
Roberts.
Yeah, I definitely don't care about Dave Roberts.
you know,
but if he died, I'd acknowledge him.
That's good.
big 3-4.
Step
I mean, come
up.
on.
That's a step in the right direction.
He was the man, bro.
I don't want the guy dead. I want him fired. Okay?
It's a difference.
That's a big difference.
and you
Burns.
make yourself look like an asshole. I'm not.
I do?
I think so sometimes. Would you agree?
Yeah, well, you can. You
I
can
think
do
we
that.
all do at
Yeah.
moments through this. You mostly. I'm just kidding.
That's fine. I mean,
You come with the hot takes.
Yeah. Yeah.
somebody has to have an opinion around here.
Ooh, Burns. He's talking to
He's
you.
talking to me.
He's talking
I think
to
he's
you.
talking to you. I
no.
always
What do
go
you
back
do?
on his
You,
opinion.
oh, wait. I do have Burns's. I'm going to take Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to take the Chiefs. They're going to three-peat. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. That's his opinion.
Oh,
Like
this was the other way. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your big hot take? Give me one big hot take that's going to happen in the NFL this season, Burns. One big one.
One big hot take.
Put your nuts
this
on the table
season.
and let's hack them.
It's all pretty scripted. The NFL is.
McCarthy's going to be fired before the end of the season.
Tua's going to come back. Here, I'll fluff you a little bit. Tua's going to come back, and they're going to make the playoffs if he doesn't get hurt again. There's a hot take.
Is that a hot?
They suck right now. They're terrible, right? You can agree with that.
But they're not that far out of the.
Yeah,
They're only 2 games back in the division. That's
They're
feasible.
4. Their bye's already been done.
Well, that's what I mean. That there's not very many.
I love that take.
Okay, I'm sure you do.
Green Bay. Here's a hot take. The whole NFC North is going to make the playoffs. It's hot enough.
I like that one better.
Yeah, that's not. The Bears aren't. Dude.
There's a hot take. You asked for it.
They're the only division where every team is over 500 by more than a game.
They're like 19-7 as a division, but they will beat each other up. I get that. But
I get that. That's what's going to start happening.
they're all going to make it.
You referenced his take on Mahomes, the Chiefs, being a Packers fan. So
Yeah.
here
Did I
was
send you the banana?
This was the other thing that I was going to play. Somebody clipped a video together of Patrick Mahomes, and they did the voiceover of penalty. This is what it would announce. This is what people hear when they see the Chiefs play now. You ready? Here we go.
See what the great Patrick Mahomes will do on this play.
But before we can talk about how great Patrick Mahomes is, we have a flag on the play.
Before the ball was snapped, pass interference on the defense, numbers 1, 2, and 3. By rule, the great and powerful Patrick Mahomes will elect where to place the ball. Hail Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, it's now 1st and 10 for the Chiefs. Ball is snapped.
Man, look at the way Patrick Mahomes handed off that ball. Superb technique.
But let's check out the flag on the play.
During the play, personal foul, violating Patrick Mahomes' personal bubble. The result of the play is first down, touchdown, and Chiefs win by 50 points. Hail Patrick Mahomes.
Let's see what the great Patrick Mahomes...
Oh, I thought you guys
That's
might
funny.
like that a little bit.
That's good.
That's pretty much true since he's got 6 touchdowns and 8 picks this year, and they're 6-0 somehow.
Are we going to just go football first? Since
I
we're
mean,
here?
we already have.
I
That's the
mean,
point, Jake.
They are 6-0.
They are, yes.
They're the-
quarterback play has been awful.
They're still winning.
Awful.
Winning.
So what do you?
I'm not
W.
denying the fact that they're winning.
As a
that's
fantasy-
not a take. That's not
no,
a take.
it's a fact. I know. It's
The
not. It's
fact-
not my opinion. It's a fact.
Yeah, 6
You like to
touchdowns
give
to
your
8
opinion.
picks.
Who
That's a
cares?
fact.
Who cares?
That's terrible.
If Tua had 6 touchdowns and 8 picks and they were undefeated,
Burns,
you'd be
he's
happy.
only played 1.5 games. He can't.
I think he's asking you though if the
Hypothetically.
shoes.
I would
if
say he's terrible.
scenario.
If he was 6-8, he's having a terrible season.
But they're still winning.
At least
Who
I'm
cares?
consistent.
He's doing it.
You guys
with-
even said
He-
it.
he's having-
when they come at me,
But no,
I'm
no, no, no,
consistent.
I-
if Tua was 6-8 for touchdown to interception
But you'd
ratio,
be
he
happy
would be
that they were
terrible.
6-0.
And I think
Yeah,
he cares
yeah.
more about.
I'm not unhappy.
I don't care if Patrick Mahomes is doing great.
he would
cares?
rather. I think he would
let's
rather
not
win
hail him,
another
is what
Super
I'm
Bowl.
saying. Let's
I
not
didn't-
keep hailing him. You have been.
No.
You have for years.
Last year I did.
He bought our burritos. Remember?
Last year I did.
You started out this year
and
kind of doing
I'm
it
gonna
too.
let this burrito
He wants his
come out right
burrito
here.
back.
Yeah, give me the burrito. Well, no, I don't want it back from you.
You want that anaconda? That?
Oh my word.
You do, huh?
I think Mahomes would rather have the Super Bowl than another MVP. His fantasy production's been is that what you're? I mean, as play, yes, but
Reality, fantasy.
Okay, but in
all of it.
reality,
Travis Kelce is
they're
crawled into a
undefeated,
Taylor
and
Swift
I
hole.
think he would prefer to be undefeated over his numbers, his own stats.
anybody would.
So,
You would think.
what does that say? Considering they don't have,
I don't know.
I mean, it seems like they don't have Travis Kelce either.
I've said this
Right.
before.
right. We talked about that's probably the most under.
Utilize.
Like the guy that hasn't shown up this season is Travis Kelce.
Well, but then you look at Mahomes' numbers, and nobody showed up touchdown wise, right? He's only got 6.
So is their
Rashi Rice when he got hurt.
their defense is 6-0? I mean, they've scored points to win games.
The defense has?
I mean, do we credit the defense more so than
Yes.
the
I
offense?
think so,
I think they
yeah.
kind of have to, right?
And I think that last year they had to do the same thing and make that shift after Christmas or whatever to, all right, we're a defensive team. We're a run first team. We're not Patrick Mahomes, throw it everywhere. And as a superstar quarterback like that, to be okay with it, like he's a good teammate.
Can they win the Super Bowl?
this year.
Yeah.
Does DeAndre
I
move
think
that
they
needle?
can.
No, not my needle.
Hopkins getting traded to the Chiefs. Does that put them in that a Super Bowl striking distance?
I think they were already there, and it adds to it. Yeah,
Right, because Kelsey's got to get going at some point, right?
you would think.
And Pacheco will be back,
Yeah,
correct?
Pacheco will be back.
But Kareem Hunt's been a stud
Yeah.
on offense.
Phenomenal.
They should give the MVP to Coach Reed. He's the most valuable player for that team as the coach or coach of the year.
Well, I mean, they should have lost to the Bengals, penalties.
But should have
lost to the Ravens.
Should have. They
They
won.
will lose to the Ravens.
They won.
When they play them again, they're going to lose to the Ravens. They're not winning the
That's
Super
what they
Bowl.
call
I mean,
hyperbole,
I took
right?
the field in the beginning when we first started coming back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking the field again.
I think they're going to have a rough road to the Super Bowl.
And what about DeAndre Hopkins? Let's talk about him. What move your needle?
Move my needle. I mean, most of the time, dudes in the NFL don't move my needle.
We don't mean literally.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about something else. Does he move? I think he'll help. I think he'll bridge the gap to what they're missing right now. I don't think they have a threat on third down. I think that he can play against man, zone, whatever, and he's good. He's only, 31?
2.
32?
I mean, he's been in the league, 12 years?
I haven't. Been a minute.
Yeah, I think that he will help the team. I don't think that they necessarily needed a big boost. They're 6-0. I think if on offense, if they can continue doing what they're doing, even with Mahomes turning the ball over, they're still winning because their defense is really good. And Kareem Hunt coming in, like you just said, the running game's there. So yeah, that's my hot take on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's got to stay on the field.
Yeah.
In order to move any needle. And I don't think he can. I mean, he's been injury prone the last, 5 years? Since
I don't
Arizona.
remember that far back.
Yeah.
Since Arizona.
I really don't. Yeah, I don't remember that far back.
I mean, his small stint in Tennessee was not good. He had a decent year, but very quietly. I don't know.
Where did he play first?
Houston.
Houston, that's right.
Houston to Zona.
Houston.
Tua was in the news. Salty Tua. You sent me the clip of his interview. People kind of giving him shit a little. Not, I don't want to say shit, but like questioning his decision to continue to go play, and then not wearing the cap over his helmet. Like, what is your take? Like, I feel like he's a grown man, old enough to make his own decisions. If he wants to play, then play. Is that where you're at?
Yeah, I agree with that.
My opinion hasn't changed. It's his life. He gets to do what he wants. And him coming out the way that he did, he's pissed. Like, nobody gets to make that decision. It's all white noise to him. He said he was fine the next day, which I don't buy. I don't buy that.
But who knows better than him on how he feels, right?
He said this is what he loves and this is what he loves to do, so this is what he's going to do. And when they asked him, are you going to wear the Guardian cap? He said, no.
No.
Why not? Personal preference. He doesn't want to look like a space alien
A little
on
kid,
the field. Yeah.
A little giant.
Maybe not fall forward head first.
Well, and
That would help.
the one thing that they did ask him, he's like, I'm going to have to change the way I play the game a little bit based for my teammates, the organization, for my head coach. Like, I'm going to have to scale back. Whatever that means.
Right.
Like, you're just going to throw the ball away. You're not going to scramble.
Well,
Tua can run.
Yeah.
He's not like, he's never going to be a run first guy, but he'll run for a first down.
well, the
He's
latest
still going to do it.
the
is
latest
thing.
concussion was because he was trying to like run over somebody. Essentially,
It was
Yeah.
to score a touchdown. Basically, it was right
Yeah.
inside
Right.
like the 5, and
so that kind of stuff. He'll
went
have to
heads
pull
up, and he lost.
yeah,
You know, Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, he was
little
fencing.
skizzers.
It's not funny.
But like he said, he's like,
Then why say?
he's like, I don't know why.
the best way I can describe it. I forgot what it was called. Fencing.
But going back to what we said when that first happened, the first episode of him
Last year?
fencing, yes,
against Buffalo?
He said,
or no, that was against Cincinnati.
He said it's unfortunate that happened to me or to anyone in the NFL because now it's under so much scrutiny.
Were people?
He said what we said.
Were people
at
saying
that
this
time.
to DeMar Hamlin after his thing? Like, you should never play again, dude?
I think it came out a little bit, but at the same time, he's not. He wasn't
that's
at
an
the
excellent
stature,
point.
Of Tua.
He was.
I would not
No, I
be
agree. I'm just
critical of either one of them if they chose not to. If
Wait
if they
a second.
felt that was best for their families and themselves, fine, don't play no more. All good.
Yeah.
But nobody criticized, like, comeback player of the year talk. Like, people talked about the DeMar Hamlin thing, like, more positive that he was coming, which it is positive. He's still playing in the NFL. That's great. Like, that was like, we talked about seeing that in real time.
What's worse?
That was one of the scariest things
yeah.
I've ever seen live in a football game.
Right. So what's worse?
I mean,
He basically dies on the football field, and we have a guy that has.
I'm just saying, I don't
gets
remember
concussions.
everybody's throwing their 2 cents and being critical for him wanting to play football still after that.
Yeah, I don't think there was as much noise, but Tua is also a much more prominent figure in NFL.
And he's also had multiple of these that all looked scary.
Yeah.
They all looked.
And if your team's gonna be good, like the Dolphins have been, you're gonna get talked about more.
True.
Especially when you're running that team as the quarterback.
Fair point. Just the interesting idea.
You're right. It should have been talked about with Hamlin too, because he died on the field.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Right. And he's back.
Yeah.
And
And
now,
actually playing well.
Right. And now nobody really says anything about it.
No.
But he gets a concussion and is fine, can walk himself off the field. He can go into the tent and be coherent, but he needs to retire. Like, that's where everybody needs to stay out.
They just need to shut up about it. Like, it's his choice, his body, his choice.
Okay.
Hear, hear.
All right. All right.
Isn't that what they used to say?
Hear, hear.
Do you have any? So first, also not first, but let's be clear. We are not prepared for this episode. Jeff, I'm just kidding. Any off the cuff? Calm your
Well,
lips.
now they know who's carrying us.
I do
Jake,
have a
other
caller
than the equipment.
I do have a caller that has a
You
beef
carry the equipment.
with a.
Wait,
I
we have
carry
a
a lot,
caller?
bro. I carry a lot more than the equipment. What were we talking about? No,
Somebody has beef. with
somebody
me.
has beef, and you know who it is, and you called them out publicly on the last episode.
Yeah.
We're gonna get into that and some baseball with them, so that we'll wait a minute on it. But any, the Lions, I think of.
Well, I'm not done with football. Are
I'm
you
not
done with
either,
it?
but
Okay.
I'm just preparing, like, as we transition.
The
out
Lions
of football,
are the best team in
football,
the
correct?
NFL.
Not-
period.
yeah, right?
Yes,
Okay.
they are. They are. I think it's
Over the
very
red.
And
hard.
with
yeah.
Devontae's
I think it's those two teams, Burns. I really do.
opening game with the Jets.
They got to put up or shut
If
up.
they lose this week, is there any more excuses that can be made?
If you
No.
lose to the Patriots this week,
They all should go.
it's over. Like
Yeah.
it's going to crumble.
No
in New
coming
York.
back from this, correct?
no.
It's almost like all eyes on that game.
You have to beat New England. They are awful.
They're terrible.
Miami beat them without a quarterback.
And
So if Aaron Rodgers can't beat them, then that's a huge problem.
Yeah, that is
Not just Aaron Rodgers, it's the Jets.
How about
Burns.
Saleh
So don't-
going to Green Bay?
Yeah, how do you feel about that?
Indifferent. Indifferent.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're doing fine without him. We don't need him. He's going to disrupt it.
I don't
He's
think
going to
he'll
bring his
disrupt it.
Jets mentality into the.
I think they're a strong enough organization. They're well run, well oiled machine. They know how to nurture a guy like that.
Okay.
Should we run through some picks for this weekend and kind of address maybe some things within the teams that you've noticed over the first 8 weeks?
Sure.
All right. Sunday, you had the Vikings lose to the Rams last night.
I am in a pick 'em. I picked the Rams.
In the Rams in LA.
pick.
One of three of us that picked the
Good
Rams.
pick.
I think was that 2 straight dropped by the Vikings, 2 in a row?
Yeah.
Yep.
One on the road, 1 at home.
And Vikings, Vikings fans, we specifically have 2. We have Brian and we have Cargill.
And for the
And,
more that are out there, we like the Vikings.
Sam,
Yeah.
Well, we like
you
the
do.
Vikings.
Sam
I don't.
Darnold, though, he did good the first half, And then nothing happened. Nothing happened the second half. This is the
Didn't get
Sam
to-
Darnold that I kind of have been talking about, boys. You know, those opinions.
Wait till they're 5-5.
Those opinions that, don't matter, but then they start coming true. They become fact.
After one
According to you,
half
Burns.
of football. One half of football. He's
Should we
back
get
to the
our
Sam Darnold.
conversationalists on for the pick part?
I don't know who our conversationalist is.
You know who you called out.
Who'd you call out?
Oh, corn dog?
Corn dog.
Oh, what are we talking about? Trump?
I mean, we can talk about whatever we want. Just watch our lips.
Right when he comes on, who are you voting for?
We
Hit him with that.
Do you want to? And we can run through picks real quick, and then you can talk the truth, and then we can transition into the World Series stuff because he's gonna have. I think he has some things for you. He's got some gotcha for you.
Ooh.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm sure he goes back into the archives.
Let's run through picks real quick. Let's just do this right quick. So Sunday, Jets Patriots. Jets at Patriots. I'm going Jets.
Jets.
This should be a good one, I think. Eagles at Bengals.
Bengals.
Eagles at Bengals.
Okay, Bengals. Packers at Jaguars.
Packers.
Oh, this is fun.
But that's a trap game. That could be a trap
Packers.
game.
Titans.
I agree.
Titans at Lions.
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 Yeah, we don't need to get it. This one will be a good one here. Falcons at Bucks.
Falcons.
Bucks are down at receivers, big time. I'm thinking
Go pick up Jalen McMillan.
I did
Go
that.
pick him up.
Did it.
To make it fun, I'll say Bucks.
Okay, I'm going to go Falcons as well. Cardinals at Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Cardinals.
Dolphins.
Two is playing.
Dolphins. I'm going to go Dolphins. Ravens at Browns.
Ravens.
Should be a good game here. Colts at Texans.
Texans. You were going to go.
I was. Just to do
You
it.
can do whatever you want,
No,
Bernsey.
I know.
No
I
judgment
know.
here, my friend.
No judgment zone.
Yeah, this is a safe space.
I would judge you and pick the Colts.
Hey, this is a safe space. is what
Climate
you're
and
saying.
culture supervisors.
There's
here.
the divide.
Fucking
not
stupid. Saints at Chargers.
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 The Bolts. Bills at Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Ooh, the Sea
Is it
Chickens.
Bills at Seahawks
Bills.
or Seahawks at Bills?
It says Bills at Seahawks. 5-2 versus at 4-3. I'm going the Bills skis.
Bills. I'll go Bills. It's tough.
Bears 4-2 at Commanders 5-2.
And without Jaden Daniels,
Is he
Commanders
He's
still win.
playing, right?
I don't think so. He hasn't been
Really?
practicing.
His-
I don't know. Did he
his
practice?
mama said he was fine.
Okay.
She did. She came out and said he was fine.
I'll take Commanders. I don't mind taking that deal.
I'll take Commanders because I hate the
No.
Bears. Yeah.
You're going to take the
No,
Bears.
I'm going to take the Commanders.
No, because they're all going to make. They're all going to make it.
I'm going to take the Commanders.
You should take the Bears.
I'm going to
You
take
like
the
'em.
Commanders. I don't like them. I don't like anybody in that division except
But your prediction is
The
they all make the
Packers.
playoffs.
That's
they
what I'm
can't. You
saying.
can't lose a game and make the playoffs.
Not when you haven't played the Lions
You're-
yet, and the
Not when
Packers
it's
and the Vikings.
Commanders.
You
Not when
haven't
it-
played any of them.
So go ahead.
You pick who you want.
I did.
Commanders. Okay. Panthers at Broncos.
Broncos.
Yeah, Broncos. I'll go back to that.
Broncos sneaky playoff team.
If Jaden Mariota played pretty well.
Yeah, Broncos sneaky little playoff team. They keep
Juggernaut.
winning.
Juggernaut is picking it up a little bit. He's picking it up a little bit. Javante's playing
The Juggernaut.
last couple weeks, not too shab. Chiefs.
Well, they're giving him the ball, Jake.
Oh, this is.
Chiefs at the Raiders.
Oh, I thought. Yeah.
Okay,
Chiefs.
this is a trap game
Chiefs.
for Kansas City. Every year they drop one to
Yeah.
the Raiders.
At the Raiders, though, I just don't. I mean, that's 2 weeks on the road, but
And it's not going to be this one.
no,
the Chiefs
the
win.
Chiefs.
Chiefs 7-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said Chiefs.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that okay, King? Can I pick the Chiefs?
Thank you for
Is
calling
that
me
okay?
King. Yeah, that's
Is that
fine.
okay?
Go ahead.
Thank you, sir.
Cowboys
You're like King
at
Mahomes.
49ers.
You cannot pick the Cowboys.
Yeah. Oh.
Niners. Both not good right now.
Yeah, I
Both
know.
windows closing. Both windows getting slam shut now.
I'll say Cowboys just to get the Niner, whatever you guys call them, riled up.
The Bang Bang Niner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'll go Cowboys.
Yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
I don't necessarily believe that.
I don't either. But I
I'm not. I don't love that pick.
I wouldn't love the Niners either. Right?
Monday Night Football.
Stinker.
Giants at Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Why do we have so many New York
Steelers.
primetime
Let's
games?
ride Steelers.
Let's ride.
Yeah.
Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Yeah.
They did the right thing. Now we're
letting
we thought
Russell Wilson go.
Let Fields keep going. No, Russell. It's a different offense. They're moving the ball a lot better.
We'll see.
The Jets is a good defense, dude. That's a good defense. And what did they put up 31 on them? I think the most anybody has all year.
It's hard
to
say. Hard to say.
I'm gonna get somebody on the horn here, and this is gonna happen, Geoff. I'm excited to. You can call him what? Yeah, you can.
Hello.
Hello.
Jake, what's up, man?
Jeffrey. Oh, what do you... Go ahead.
What, corn dog?
Corn dog, Cox. Jeff.
Cox, what's up, man?
What's up, buddy?
Jeff, you're live. You're live. Well, you're not.
You are live.
You're live with us right now. We're going.
I'm here too, Jeff.
Do you have
Burns,
time?
What's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Yeah.
Burns is here. I want to give you the opportunity to respond to being called out last episode regarding the Mac Jones, the Jahan Dotson. He'd had some comments referring to the Dodgers. We're kind of still in football discussion.
I haven't got into the Mitch Trubisky. I haven't got into.
So,
I have things in my arsenal. If he's planning to come at me.
Before we get into the Dave Roberts Dodgers, World Series Game 1 tonight, Yankees.
Sure.
Let's start with the football. I want to give you the opportunity to defend yourself. He came at you, called you out. Watch your lips. What say you, Jeff? When you first heard it, thoughts, please.
Well, first, I just want to say that, you do a guy a favor. He tells you, come on, have a few players you want to talk about, do some things, Why don't you come on to my podcast to do a guy a favor? And now he calls me out just for saying something on his YouTube channel. But, that's perfectly fine, But, hey, you know what? I mean, hey, you lose some with Mac Jones. I thought Belichick still had it in him a little bit. I guess I was wrong. That's fine. It happens. Jahan Dotson, I just think the wrong situation with Washington. That whole organization was in disarray at that point, and I think just kind of, again, wrong situation, wrong time. He could still be something. Probably be a little tough to break through in Philly right now, to be honest, with the depth chart there. But hey, still got some time. Still a young dude, so we'll see.
I mean, that's
that's fair.
Fair response.
Mm-hmm.
What, Jeff Cox? How do you respond?
I don't think did he do us a favor? Jeff, did you do us a favor? We're all friends here. We wanted you to come on. We all put those out there too. We just weren't as wrong as you.
That is true. I think you're true on that for sure. I mean, I think Allen Robinson worked out for me a little bit. I did call that being a bust that year. So, but hey, that was a long time ago. I mean, we're talking 4 years ago now at this point. So, you can keep holding on to that like you do on the Giants championships. But hey, whatever. What do you want to do?
Well, what year were you born?
1984.
1984. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you got to see one. You've seen one.
I've seen two actually, Jeff. And you can say whatever you want about that.
Yeah. You did get to see one. You got 1.5. Yeah. 1.5.
1.5. Okay.
But you know what? Kind of going back on what we did when you were on here the first time, because you've been on here multiple times with us.
Sure.
Going back to what we talked about with Mac Jones and Jahan Dotson, I mean, who are some up-and-comers right now? And now you've got a little bit of a sample size here, so we're going to let you – why don't you give us 3 guys that we need to be on the lookout for?
So he's putting you in a position to be wrong again, Jeff. Just so
yeah, for sure. Well, okay. Honestly, I wasn't prepared about giving fantasy advice today, to be completely honest. I thought I was going to be a
I
homer
mean,
for the
now
Dodgers
here-
and do
now,
my homer thing. But
if we
that's
are
fine.
confident in our fantasy skills,
This is watch your lips. You got to, expect the unexpected here, Geoff.
For sure. I have been focused on baseball very recently, to be honest, because my Dodgers are in
They're his
the World
Dodgers
Series
now.
right now. They are.
Are you willing to come out and
Give us a prediction on what the World Series is going to be. How many games are the Dodgers going to win in?
What do you want them to answer first? You want them to answer
we can stay on
fantasy
football
first,
right now.
okay?
We can stay on football. That's fine. Yeah, let's stay on football. We're here. We'll do that. And then, Brian Thomas, amazing. He's looking like a real set out there right now. Another rookie this year. I think, just going to continue to look good out there. If Trevor Lawrence is still the quarterback there, that will be seen. But Brian Thomas Jr. looks just amazing out there. Every time you see him, he just looks like he's faster and bigger than everybody else on the field out there. And I'm pretty excited about him, to be honest. I don't know. All those wide receivers this year, the rookies are looking to be pretty good. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to take a little bit of time to get in sync with Kyler, but once they do, I think that's going to be a pretty dynamic offense. Shoot.
Any flyers, Geoff? Any flyers that aren't these?
And the studs.
Yeah. Any flyers?
I'm honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing what Ricky Purcell has to offer to the Niners right now. With Ayuk being out, I think that's a real big opportunity for him. I think having somebody closer, to the line, as well as Debo, is going to be good. And I think that's going to open up Debo to get it downfield a little bit more. So I'm excited to see what that's going to bring. So
I think he's redeemed himself.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can agree with all three of those.
Nice.
So let's get into the Dodger talk.
You know what? Before we leave NFL, can I do a heater on the NFL real quick?
Yes, please. We love heaters.
Cool. All right. Gotcha. All right. First off, before I get on the NFL, I'm going to do a heater on Tua Tagovailoa. Put the damn cap on, all right? I don't care about your personal choice. I'm going to make a personal choice and turn off the damn game if you're going to freaking die out there, and I'm not going to see it. I don't want to see it. I'm getting tired of seeing guys out there getting killed out there like that. So put the damn cap on. Be smart about it. That's my first heater. Then the NFL in general. You guys see a couple weeks ago versus Houston, Josh Allen, they're driving down the field. It's a close game. He gets knocked pretty good, knocks his head on the ground. Obviously looks like he has a concussion. He goes to the sideline for one play. They don't even really check him out. He checks back into the game. I think he throws about 6 or 7 incomplete passes. I think he went 9 for 30 that game as well. So, they need to do a better job of protecting these guys. And I'm really kind of getting tired of watching people get carted off the field every week. And, these guys getting concussions and, getting ALS by the time they're 40 years old and the NFL not protecting them. So there's my heater on the NFL. I'm kind of getting tired of it.
Well, you're going to love the front end of this episode.
Sure.
We appreciate that because we did discuss that prior to you coming on, and we had no idea what your heater was going to be.
We all disagree.
We all disagree.
We all disagree. Great. No, it's fantastic. I don't care if you disagreed. I actually played football. I don't know if any of you fucks did, but I did.
Whoa.
And,
I also believe in my body, my choice. I thought that was a thing.
Who was better at football in the backyard?
I think that was
the backyard. I actually put pads on, dude, and went out there. So I don't care about the backyard.
I actually did play.
Geoff,
I did play.
Geoff.
With your brother.
I do have a question, though.
I played on your brother's team.
I have a question, Geoff.
Yeah, that's true.
Based on your heater. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about Damar Hamlin being in the NFL?
I mean, that was a pretty traumatic thing if he's been cleared from...
Traumatic? He was dead on the field.
I mean, I understand that, but
you were
that
just
was
saying,
the hard thing.
You don't want to see guys die. You did see a guy die.
No, I get it.
You're laughing at death?
No, I'm not laughing at death.
My heater.
I completely understand.
All right, so
I think head trauma is a little more different than a freak accident.
Than being dead?
That happened. Yeah, I get.
You're right. It was definitely freak act. Definitely.
Yeah, freak accident.
For sure.
But concussions, guys getting hit like Tua gets hit every single week, quarterback getting hit, getting their heads getting knocked off the ground like that. Shit happens every week, dude.
I will agree with you on the Josh Allen situation. That was definitely
We talked about that too.
A
And
rush
Justin
to get-
Fields.
yeah, to
why
get-
do they only go out one play and come
No,
back in?
I
Yeah, one
definitely
play. I
feel
couldn't
like
believe it.
that probably could have been evaluated a lot better.
Yeah.
Now, as far as Tua's concerned, he's an adult.
Sure.
He's willing. He
This
can
is
make
what
his
he
own
does to
decisions.
provide for his family. This is what he does.
I mean,
This
he
is
could do
his
other
job.
things.
This is
Let's be
his
real.
career.
If he wanted to be involved,
Right now, Jake, this is his career.
I'm with you.
That's like me
I
saying,
agree.
you shouldn't work here. You shouldn't do that. That's just my opinion. That doesn't mean I get what Geoff is saying. That's what most of the media has said.
Did I need the burrito for lunch?
But what did
that
what
better
did
relates?
the, what
to
did
me.
the guy himself say? He's the competitor. Regardless of being a Dolphin or whoever it is, doesn't matter. I've been saying the same thing the whole time. It's his decision. It's his life. It's his family.
Yeah, I would
it's
say
his career. It's his money. It's his livelihood.
Sure, 100% agree. I'm with you. I also think with isn't it on him also to adapt his game to
And he
kind of
said he
help
would do
prevent
that.
some of that as well?
Let's
Yeah,
not
I think
repeat
it is
ourselves.
up to him.
I think there's things he's a little reckless. Some guys
Yeah,
are a little
absolutely.
reckless out there.
Jeff, before we get into the Dodgers, I have one question for you, and I would like you to be.
Sure.
Can we just preface this with you are going to be honest?
Okay.
Okay, is that fair?
I'll be honest. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, I'll be honest.
If you could have any manager in Major League Baseball, any manager right
Okay.
now, currently managing a team, who would it be?
Dave Roberts.
Okay, now we can talk about it.
All right. Cool. Okay. So, all right.
You like
If I'm
losing.
going to talk about okay,
Oh,
okay,
here
hold
it
on.
goes.
Hold on. If I'm going to talk about the Dodgers, the first thing I'm going to say is rest in peace, Fernando Valenzuela.
Yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's great. Well, I'm going to say it again.
Yeah, absolutely. You
right.
didn't get to hear. You were not privy to our
I was
conversation.
not here. I wasn't privy to the
No,
conversation.
we're all
He's
I
fans.
don't hate
major
human
part.
beings, Jeff.
Mhm.
Okay.
I got you.
I don't.
I got you.
Just
Uh-huh.
some.
I'm a good human
All right.
being.
Just some.
hmm Very massive influence in the Dodgers organization. He came up. I wasn't even born when he first came up, but he was already on the Rushmore. The Mount Rushmore of Dodgers pitchers. By the time I kind of came into my Dodgers fandom, he was a pretty important part of why I became a Dodger fan and why the Dodgers are as popular and as successful they are in Los Angeles and California in general, and what they mean to Californians and the Latino community, and an ambassador for not just baseball but for sport in general here in America. So I just wanted to say that, and rest in peace to Fernando, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they do a tribute for the World Series. So
Mm-hmm.
All right.
okay, so now I got that out of the way. So there we go. Go ahead, say what you want to say.
No, you want to rebut some of the stuff that we've said on here. You have the floor.
Oh, okay, all right.
So come to
I
his
think-
rescue right now, and then
All right.
I'll blow holes through it.
All right, so I think the main reason why I called you out on that day was a funny thing, because I think you went 1 for 3 on your predictions, which Kansas City and the Yankees. You picked the Yankees over Kansas City. Congratulations, Nostradamus. You're very, very good at picking games.
Also, the Guardians.
Cox, good
The
job.
Guardians made the.
Okay, so you said the Guardians were gonna win that day.
Yeah.
Okay? And they were going to come back. So that's 2 picks right there. One
Mhm.
you got wrong. They didn't win that day. Okay. All right. So you did that one. Phillies obviously got beat that day, and then the Dodgers came back and gloriously beat the Padres, your favorite team. So
No.
that was amazing. Yeah.
Keep going. This is good.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay. So while you were giving Stephen Vogt a hand job that day, as you were giving him a hand job on air, that day he is pulling Will Brennan, second inning, okay, for Johinski Noel for pinch hit for a matchup, okay. Brennan did not get an at bat that game, okay. He in there for defense. What's he doing? Cox? What if Dave Roberts did that? Okay. All right.
Well, hey,
Next
how
one.
many years has Vogt been a manager?
Okay, that's fine.
How many years?
Okay. Did
And
Dave
No,
Roberts ever do that?
how
Come on.
many
I don't know.
years?
ALCS in year 1.
Yeah, that's
In
kind of what I'm
AL
thinking. right?
Dave Roberts made what was it, 13 in a row
With the Padres?
Made it. The first is he made it in his first year
With the Padres,
you know?
he
He's made
did?
it, huh?
Because he was a Padre before he was a Dodger.
I think
Remember
He was
that?
not a manager. He was not a manager.
Yes, he was of the Padres. Yeah, I believe he was.
No, he was a bench coach.
I don't remember.
He was not the
Let me
manager.
look that up.
Bud Black was the manager at the time.
He has.
Okay.
What is his record in the playoffs?
Pretty good, to be honest. I think he's 12 or 13 and
Is he like 49 and
in do or die
44?
games.
Is he like 49 and 44 or something like that?
Also, Stephen Vogt, Moore. I got Moore. Okay.
Well, I'm not a
Pinch
Vogt
hitting
fan. We can talk about the Guardians,
I know. I mean,
but
you were talking about Stephen Vogt should be the Dodgers manager this year. So I don't know, man.
I think I said that.
I thought
he was a manager,
think
right? Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Burns, for we fact checked that, and I was
that
correct.
Burns said that?
No, Dave Roberts was the manager of the Padres.
Hey, I'm on your side with
Manager
this
of the
Dave
Padres?
Roberts stuff. Dave Roberts was the manager in 2015 of the Padres. Then he went to the Dodgers. He was with the Padres from 11 to 15.
Right.
Well, didn't they fire their manager like early? The Padres did, and I think he stepped in.
And he stepped in.
I think that's what happened.
Jeff. If let's not get off track here. If Dave Roberts happens to lose this World Series, nothing changes for you. You still have this. He's your guy mentality.
Yeah, he's my guy. Yeah. You know, I think there's a case to be made if they lose to the Padres in the divisional series this year. You know, I would concede that for sure. There would be a case. I don't think it would happen, but I could see, you know, a lot more noise because of it. But, you know, I think the way that he's, you know, dealt with the injuries this year, you know, the how he dealt with the bullpen throughout the playoffs and, you know, only having essentially 3 starters and coming back against the Padres doing, you know, I mean, you don't really like to say it, but I mean, he essentially punted game 2, you know, in the NLCS. And I think that's what allowed them to win that series, to be completely honest. And I think that takes a lot of balls to do. And, you know, he's probably taking a little bit of criticism for it, but, you know, I think people understand that, you know, they're there to win a championship. And if that's what they have to do, then, you know, he can take the heat for it. So
has he failed in those situations more than he's been successful, in your opinion?
More
failure in those big games.
There's been failures. Don't get me wrong. I mean,
more. I'm asking, is there been more failure or more success in your opinion?
I think there's been some failure, and I'm not going to say that's all on Roberts. I think, you know, sometimes you have players that don't execute. I think back, what was it? I think it was 21 when they played the Braves in the NLCS and Brandon Morrow pitched 7 days in a row, or 7 games in a row. I think that's, you know, one criticism, because he got rocked essentially once game 4 started coming around and you still kept using them. And, you know, there's definitely criticism for sure. I think with the group of guys he's had, you know, with the teams that he's had throughout the years, he should have had more. You know, 17 was stolen from him, I think. You know, I think if he wins there in 17, we're not even having this conversation right now, Geoff. So, you know, and I don't think you give him enough credit, to be honest. I think he's a fantastic regular season manager.
I think he is great at getting everybody to the playoffs and then failing. And that's what I've been saying. And I don't think it's a Dodger thing, Geoff. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a Dave Roberts thing. And eventually that shows. And you have a chance here to win a World Series, probably one of the biggest ones in recent history.
I think in our lifetime.
So does he do it? And in how many? Does he do it? And in how many?
It hasn't even been played yet. How could you say that?
How could I say that?
It's not even haven't played a game yet.
I mean,
you don't think the Cubs winning the World Series after 100 years?
No, he said the Cubs were whack, is what he said.
And yet you want us to praise a 2020 World Series by the Dodgers? You can't have both.
Coming into this is the biggest World Series. I think the significance of the Cubs winning is massive. For baseball, it's huge. I think the fact that you have the two biggest teams in Major League Baseball, I mean, you can argue that if you want to, but
no, there's hype.
Real here.
There's definitely great hype. You have the two best teams, the two MVPs.
Storylines like crazy.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, it's insane how much hype and how many storylines is going on right now.
But to say in our lifetime, to me, is a little much.
Well, let's see how it goes.
Well,
I think it's going to be amazing.
Let's not see how it goes. How is it going to go? What is going to happen?
Give us the winner and in how many games, Geoff?
Okay, so I mean Dodgers in 4, of course. Come on, guys.
That's what you're calling.
How is that the most epic of our lifetime? I got people texting me
the most epic of your lifetime,
and messaging
but not
me
ours.
the Dodgers in 5, and I'm like, the Dodgers in 5 is kind of crazy. I don't see it. I personally think. You're looking at a 7-gamer, 6-7 games.
That's a homer. Yeah, that's a homer. Like, I mean, I don't want to do predictions on teams that I like because, I mean, Dodgers going to win every game. They're going to win 160 games a year. They're going to, sweep every team in the playoffs. That's what it is. So
he doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want to make a prediction.
I'm going to do it.
Let's hear it.
He doesn't want to put an omen.
I'm going to do it.
And I want to bring in Burnsy because remember, we got an Astros fan in the room. So go ahead, Geoff.
Well, so I think it's going to go 7 games.
Okay.
It's either going to go 6 or 7 games. Yeah. I think the Dodgers are going to win. Okay, and the reason I think they're going to win is because I think the starting pitching is going to give them enough innings to be able for Roberts to do what he's been doing with his bullpen this time and keeping exposure down. I mean, he's done a fantastic job in not letting these guys see hitters multiple times throughout the postseason. He's been putting them in lanes where they've been successful, but also at the same time not overexposing these guys, both in the Padres series and the Mets series.
Right, but
I think it was only two of the relievers. It was Kopech and Trinan. I think were the only guys that saw multiple times throughout the whole series. So I think they're going to do a great job of that. I think the hitting from the Dodgers side is going to be a little more successful than what the Yankees are going to be able to do. I know those guys are going to be really.
So what is your basis for that?
Well, what was my basis for that is I think they do well hitting fastballs, and I think the Yankees are similar in the way they pitch outside of the zone and the way the Mets do. They're pretty much almost identical in the amount of pitches they throw in the strike zone.
But what pitches do the Dodgers not do well at? Do you happen to know?
I think they struggle with high heat, okay, which I think a lot of people do. So I think Garrett Cole's probably the only guy that's going to probably give them some issues with that. I wouldn't be surprised if Yankees take game 1 tonight. But I think they're going to be able to. The Dodgers
and a lot of the best pitch in baseball is a good changeup, and the Dodgers struggle with the changeup, especially Betts and Shohei. And the Yankees have 3 guys out of that bullpen with probably some of the best changeups in the game.
No, Yankees bullpens are filthy.
I think
don't get me
you
wrong,
got to remember that the Dodgers aren't playing the Mets. The Mets don't match up offensively like the Yankees do.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely.
The Yankees off the bench have guys on both sides of the plate that can get it done. They can run. And honestly, I don't think the Yankees have played really great baseball this whole playoffs.
Yeah, I don't think they have either in the playoffs. So I think they've made
the starting pitching and the bullpen probably tips
they're
the Yankees.
The giant.
I think it's going to come down to because the Yankees are not going to just let Shohei and Betts beat them. Okay,
of course not.
So Edmonds got to continue to do work. Muncy or Lux or whoever gets that in that bottom half of that lineup. If they're not producing, they're not going to win.
Yankees in 5.
I knew
Yankees in 5.
Chomping at the bit.
Yankees in 5.
Burnsy, what say you?
Dodgers in 7.
Okay, I like it.
You know why?
Why? Because you.
No,
honestly, it's going to be Yankees in 6.
You have not been present the last 20 minutes.
I had work.
Yankees in 6 is what I'm calling. Is what I'm actually calling. 5 is a little much. Okay, I get that, but they're going to win in 6. They have the arms. They have the offense. Dave Roberts is going to lose another one.
I don't know.
And you know what sucks, though?
I think
Geoff, I'm going to tell you this. This is what sucks. is it's not the Dodgers themselves. It's not the players. It is Dave Roberts. He has put them in so many situations to actually where they were winning games, having a hold of series that like a good stronghold on them, and then completely shatters it. So for you to say like you would take him over anybody, I just don't see it. He's really won a half a World Series. And I know we'll argue that, and that's fine, but there were so many variables in that aren't a regular season. So yes, it's a championship. You get the ring, you get the trophy. That's great. But it's not a true season, period. It's not. Everybody didn't play. People opted out. There are no fans in the stands. There's no outside noise, nothing. So what has he won that actually mattered?
There was no travel. There was a lot of things.
I know that. And that's what I'm saying is I'm not discrediting the fact that they won
format
and everybody else played
I've said this 100 times. The format
was crazy.
Extreme. There was no off days either.
But every time that it's went in this format, in a 162-game regular season, plus the playoffs in the way that they are, he has not been successful.
Well, and in 17, they had the lead on the Astros, I think 3-2, when they dropped the last 2 at home. They also, I believe, had the lead against the Nationals in 18, 19.
And who was the reason? That's all I'm saying. And that's why I'm getting mixed signals from
AJ
I have a lot of Dodger
reason.
fans that are friends. Okay?
Trash
and
cans.
Geoff is really the only one, and this is why I want to hear why you like Dave Roberts so much, because others do not. They want to win championships.
Well, one, I don't think he has a choice, right? That's the manager. That's who's there now.
I asked him of everybody. So, Geoff, why do you like Roberts so much?
How about put it this way? Geoff, would you, if you had the opportunity to take Dave Roberts or Bruce Bochy, who would you pick? You get to make the decision, Geoff.
So I get to make the decision. Okay, so I would say if Bochy never managed for the Giants
today. Yeah.
Today, I mean, probably not. To be honest, I just don't think that's something that's viable that would ever happen. So I don't think that's I just don't think that's.
I'm asking you if you were able to pick one of the two.
I mean,
the Dodgers said, "Hey."
He's been there with 3 teams, Geoff.
No, I get it. I understand. I like Dave Roberts. I think he handles that.
We got that.
Clubhouse really
we
well.
understand you like Dave Roberts.
I don't think there's many guys that can handle that team in that clubhouse. And to be honest, I think Bruce Bochy is one of those guys that could do that. And I think Francona is another one of those guys. So it's like there are guys that I know that can handle that team, and now I would appreciate and like to have as a manager. But Roberts is my guy. I trust in what Andrew Friedman and the ownership and what they're doing there. I mean, obviously they're doing something right. They put us in a position to get to this point every single season. And, you guys know this. I mean, Jake, this. Baseball's weird. Things happen. Baseball happens, So, like, guys don't execute. Managers make bad decisions. We see it all the time. So that's just things you know
what else we see all the time is the same result, Geoff.
Well, you know what? We have a whole 7-game series right now, which I think if Roberts wins here, I think you're going to have to change the tone on that. And I think a lot of Major League Baseball is changing their tone a lot on what is. I mean, I've got a quote here. This is a quote John Smoltz right here in Game 6 against the Mets. Roberts has been masterful as you can be this playoff run. From John Smoltz.
Yeah, we haven't denied the fact that his bullpen has saved his reputation this year.
Okay, so what about when the bullpen doesn't execute like they're doing this year? And
it'll be something that he does.
Robert's fault?
Yes, it'll be something that he
okay,
does.
All right. Well, that's ridiculous.
No, what I'm saying is, like you just said it right. He's playing the right sequences. People aren't seeing your arms multiple times throughout the game. I think he's going to overmanage, Geoff, at some point. He always has. He's a creature of habit.
Do you think Roberts pitches to Stanton in the 6th inning of Game 5 if he's managing the Guardians there?
I don't know because he's.
No,
pitched.
You don't think he pulls BB there? He's got a guy ready in the bullpen. ready to go.
Yeah, I don't know.
Walk him.
We're gonna get to see. We're gonna get to see because I think we're gonna see at least 5 games, and he might have to throw to him.
If he gets him out, Geoff, you know that's why I don't throw in so hard on Roberts. So hindsight's 2020. Like,
of course it is. But I think Cox is a little blind with his.
Well, I think Cox has more of a.
I'm not even saying anything about the Giants. I'm saying
Cox
the same
has more
outcome
of a sample
every year.
size to go back and question Roberts' moves versus.
Of course,
Stephen Voigt's
he's
moves.
been in the playoffs every single season since he's been a Dodgers manager. So, there's going to be a lot of games you can critique.
And I think him not having a whole lot to show for it is Jeff's critique.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is
Burns, you're awfully quiet.
You're in the top 5 in payroll all 13 of those years. You should be winning.
Like AJ Hinch might be a good fit for the Dodgers.
Shouldn't you be winning, Jake?
I'm not going to deny that either, but I don't think that's not something that's ever going to happen either.
What would Dodger fans do?
Yeah, dude, like it's the same thing with Bochy. It's like that's never going to happen.
I think winning trumps all. No pun intended.
Whoa, who do you vote
No
for?
pun intended. No, I think winning. I mean, seriously, I think if an opponent's ex-manager came in and Bochy does what he did to San Francisco, I think all is forgiven with Dodger fans on where he came from.
Well, how can you you justify spending so much money for so many years and coming up short? Well, and then you can't look at that guy and say they haven't got us over the hump.
This is He's different
been
year.
Really good.
It's a different year.
I've never said he hasn't been good. He's great in the regular season. He is not great in the playoffs. He's had a good season so far. This has been a good series for him, the last 2. But he has another one to prove.
Dodgers in 7 for Burns. Yankees in 6 for Cox. Geoff, you said Dodgers in 6?
Let's go 6. Sure, let's do it.
Yeah, I'm going to say Yankees in 6.
So we're on the same page.
Yeah.
All right.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see either team win in 7. I think we're in store for a good...
I don't think either team has an edge, to be honest. I think it's going to be a really good series. I wouldn't be surprised. If it goes all 7, I wouldn't be surprised if either team wins. And,
Burns, you got a heater?
That's where I'm at.
A heater for what?
Oh, my God.
On baseball? Or
on anything. Heater.
Anything?
Just a heater. While we wrap up here.
Here, just talk a little bit, and then I'll come up with one.
Geoff, you got one? I got one. Just a baseball heater.
No, but I just want to get back to Geoff real quick on why.
I don't think
I
think anybody's going to change anybody's mind in this debate.
Can I say one thing?
This is why I love Watch Your Lips. I'm just trying to keep this thing going.
I'm about ready to take a nap.
Geoff Wright, thank you for coming on because
of course.
I didn't have to sit here and yell at Geoff and yell back and forth.
No, of course. I'll yell at Geoff any day. I'll tell you that.
No,
Go Dodgers. Go Dodgers.
Absolutely.
You're an Astros fan.
You root
for the Chiefs and you're a Packers fan.
I'm more against
and now
this
you're
guy.
pulling for the Dodgers as an Astros fan? You
Jake,
are. Watch your fucking lips, Burns.
Hey, here's a small little tidbit about a lot of people that don't know about Burns. Is he at one time was a Giants fan? At one time, he was a Dodger fan.
I don't know.
When I was at one time, and you were a Braves
I've been a Dolphin fan since I've been a child.
When you were a kid,
I still love in the NL.
When you were a kid,
in the NL, if the Giants aren't there, I was a Chipper Jones fan.
You were a Braves fan.
Chipper Jones was my favorite player.
Hat. I remember it.
Yes, I did, and I had a Chipper Jones jersey.
Don't talk
and
about
I still
my
have
childhood.
It.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who touched you?
You have three favorite teams. Okay.
Wait, 33?
You had three favorite teams at one time.
No, they were all separate times.
Why I can appreciate Geoff Wright here is he's been a Dodger fan as long as I've known him.
Okay.
You don't appreciate Burns?
Yeah. What's up with that?
He swaps. He's a Chiefs fan one day, and then he's a Packers fan, and now he was an Astros fan. Now they don't make the playoffs.
What did you just say about the Giants? If they are not in the NL playoffs, I root for the Braves.
Yeah.
Same type of thing with Chiefs for me.
Should that be allowed? By the way, should that be allowed? If your team's out, should you be allowed to root for somebody else?
Yeah, I'm rooting for the Yankees. Absolutely, yes.
I do that to keep it interesting because then it'd be boring. There'd be no reason to watch.
Right. I want to have
a lot of people
to root for.
Do that though.
Watch without having.
Well, in baseball, Super Bowl is one thing. Yeah. People don't miss the Super Bowl, but the World Series, people don't watch if their teams. If they don't like who's playing,
I wouldn't be watching.
I think people are going to watch this.
And this year, people are going to watch.
I mean, they were saying in the NLCS, or not CS, the divisional series when I think it was the Padres. One of the two series. Japan's ratings were more than they were in the States.
Yep.
12.2 million versus like 7.5 in the States.
Well, let's take a quick
and that was a Monday morning at 9 a.m. in Japan.
Let's take a quick pause because I have something I would like to say.
Yeah, it's time to wrap it up.
Geoff, regardless of the outcome of this World Series, you're coming into studio, and we're going to talk about this when the World Series is over. Do you agree?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds great, man.
Okay. Now, if the Dodgers lose, how are you going to feel about coming in here with you're going to have the same mentality, right? Dave Roberts is your guy. I just want to make sure.
You should have to wear Giants gear, I guess. We should put something on this.
I mean, anything could change,
Giants.
to be honest.
Oh, well, see now. Okay, that's kind of what I thought. All right, we'll see you in 2 weeks.
No. I mean, if they get swept and it's a blowout and there's a lot of mistakes, I mean, you never know. Well, you never know what can change.
Okay,
but
well,
to be honest,
good.
I think Roberts has done a great job this postseason. So
I agree
far.
with you.
I think the Padres series was pretty good. And those guys, it wasn't just Roberts there. I mean, those guys came out and wanted to play and executed, I mean, that team is so deep and so good. It's pretty ridiculous how good they are. And the Padres were an amazing team too. And I think they let the hatred of the Dodgers and them wanting to beat the Dodgers get in the way of the prize, and that's winning World Series. So, and I think they could have handled it better, and that was a great series. And the Mets didn't seem like they matched up too well, and I'm looking forward to this Yankee series, and it's going to be amazing. So
all right. Well, we appreciate it, buddy. We're going to have you come on,
man.
And then
absolutely, I'd love to come in.
Yeah. So all rise.
I mean, at least Judge is a local guy. At least they're local.
So you'll be rooting for Judge?
No, I don't think he'll be disappointed though if Judge gets a ring out of the deal. I don't think.
I mean, I think just having the Yankees, Dodgers, as many stars as they have, and just the storylines.
Well, and I think Judge
is going to be it's going to be fun.
Judge goes about his business the right way. He's somebody that I think all fans can appreciate how he plays and how good.
I think there's a lot of guys on both sides of the ball that do the same thing. To be honest, I think it's going to be a lot of good teaching moments for a lot of people. I think this is good for baseball. In general, I think a lot of fans are going to be coming around because of the series, and it can only get bigger with what's on. And we all love the Rangers and the Diamondbacks and the Royals and the Giants series, but have some big boy teams in there at some point.
Teams that can't win. We have 3 rings. I don't need to say anything. We won 3 in 6 years. They've won half.
Like 3.
Hey, you have to melt down their ring.
Good.
The only one that they won, that Dave Roberts won.
Yeah, look how mad he's getting.
Yeah, no, I'm good. 3 championships. When you catch up, we can talk.
Got it.
Yeah, when you catch up, we can talk.
Yep, you got it. Love you guys.
I love you, bro. We'll
see you, buddy.
We'll talk after the series, Jeffy.
Yeah,
thank you for taking time, bro.
No, thanks for having me, guys.
Of course.
Right.
Take care.
Judge is the truth.
The heater I was gonna say had to do with the Dodger tickets and how shitty. I mean, $1,600 for literally like the worst place in the house
In the blue section, up top in the bowl.
Yeah, that was gonna be like $3,000. I went to Houston for Game 1 of 2021, and I flew, got the tickets, and stayed the night for maybe $1,000. So it just sucks. I say that because there's fans that have been at everything all year long, rooted and supported for this, and now they've been priced out. Yep. Some of them. Yeah. And now it's only for the people that can afford to go. I mean, I thought I saw $60,000 for like behind home plate.
It's going to be full.
I know that, but I don't know, man. It just bugs me. Bugs me. That's all.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. We should have asked him. Real fans are going to go. So is he gonna go?
Pony up. Dave Roberts.
Well, we didn't talk too much football.
No.
Right.
Well, we did a little bit. We didn't talk dogs.
A little bit.
Had to miss on the dogs a little bit, but hey, there's always another episode, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
So Dogs at home against San Jose State this week. Should be a good matchup. They're a good team. We'll see. We'll get into it. We'll see how they perform. We'll get more dogs next week.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Burns, watch your lips.